going to be going quickly, but I'm going to be very clear and very practical for you. What you'll learn today, I guarantee you it will change your life. It will raise the quality of your life overall, because let me just ask you these questions. If you have a low quality energy, like if you don't feel good, like you're sick, have a headache, something hurts, how much can you produce? Or how much do you feel like even producing anything, achieving, right? And it has a big impact. Like if you're tired and you don't feel good, when you go home to your kids, it's time to connect and play with them. If you have a low quality energy, you're gonna be giving that to your kids, right? Or to your husbands, or to your boyfriends. So it really impacts everything that we do, our energy. If you want to raise the quality of your overall life, you have to elevate the quality of the type of energy that you have. And we are the ones that are responsible for that. We're the ones that create, generate, and hopefully maintain the energy that we need to be able to accomplish, anything we put our minds to. Because you know that, when you feel good, when you feel confident, when you're like, man, I feel good today, everything becomes possible. So you have to really maintain these things to really get the benefit fully from it. Your moods are going up and down. All those things are not the problem. But a lot of times we start to look at these things as the problem. We're like, if I can only change this, and then I can be happy. If I can only take this out of my life, and then I'll be good. But these are not really the problems. These are symptoms of the problem. This is a sign of something else going on. Number one, fresh air. They did this study to see what would be more powerful, more effective in cleansing air. And they put, these fancy machines, these negative and positive ions that's going to cleanse the air for you. And they put this to compete against a ceiling fan. And after testing and studying this, which one do you think cleansed the air in the room more? The ceiling fan. No, but why? Because who said that? Because it moves. It's circulating air, right? And that is what is going to create a healthy quality energy for yourself. Most times, I do conferences in a lot of places in the world, in Africa and India and Mexico, and in there they don't have so much of this problem, but here in America we do. We go from in our homes or in our apartments and it's closed. We have our air conditioner or heater on, so it's just recycled dead air. Okay? And then we go outside, but we run into our cars, we roll up our windows, and we drive to work with the air conditioning or heater on. Yes? Again, recycled dead air. And then we get to work, and most of us, not all of us, will work in an office where everything is closed, air conditioning or heater, it's all recycled dead air. So then we wonder around 3, 4 o'clock when we're feeling a little lethargic, a little fatigued, we're not clear in our minds, maybe we're a little irritable and moody. A lot of it has to do because we're not getting circulating fresh air for our bodies. Water. Now, there's a lot of controversy over this, and I get a lot of people tell me but what kind of water do we drink? You know what's the best water to drink is?
Water.
The wet kind. The wet kind. So don't make it so complicated and it's because if it's in a bottle we got the plastic, but if it's from the faucet we have chlorine and other yes, but we make it so complicated and we get stuck in our heads, then we don't end up drinking any water. So drink water. Your body is very powerful. If you do these other elements, any of the toxins that are in it, your body will be much stronger to eliminate those things. Now, those times when your mouth is dry, it's already too late, you're dehydrated. That's already a sign that you're dehydrated. Most people are always dehydrated. A lot of times people are getting headaches and migraines and things like that because they just don't drink enough water. Women should be drinking at least 2 liters a day. Men should be drinking at least 3 liters a day. And if it's hot, if you're working, if you're doing labor, if you're exercising, you need to be drinking more. And if you get some lemon and squeeze it in there, it makes it more alkaline for you. Water is very powerful. If you're not putting enough water in yourself, your body becomes very acidic and you become vulnerable to sickness and disease. Sunshine. I had this client, this woman, she was 40 years old. This was 2 years ago. And she came to me after 2 years of going to so many different specialists. And and she had a lot of depression, a lot of issues emotionally, and she couldn't get pregnant with her husband. They've been trying for a couple years, so she's starting to doubt that, and that's starting to create a lot of issues in her, and she has a lot of pain. It was very bad. And I had some people that were telling her, hey, you should go talk to Richard, but she's like, he's not a doctor. How is he going to help me? Like, I'm going to all these, specialists, right? So she did that for a couple years, and she came to the end of it, to where she was just, I don't know where else to go. So then I get the phone call. So I'm her last resort, and I remember I was sitting outside with her to just ask her questions and get to know her. And she's like, you know what, you're my last resort. So I'm like, all right, no pressure, right? So I start to ask questions, and she starts to kind of have this face of like, why are you asking me these questions? Because nobody else has asked her these questions. And they're very practical things like this. So, and then after talking to her, I said, okay, look, you don't even have to hire me. I'll just tell you a couple things to do, and just do it for like a month, and you'll see a big change. She's like, okay. I said, but don't get offended when I tell you the answer, because it's going to sound very simple and very silly. Okay? So I said, you need more sunshine. What are you talking about? Yeah, you need to be having at least 20-30 minutes of sunshine on as much skin as possible. And she got really bothered with me. She was like, you're telling me sunshine after I went to all these specialists, spending this money and time and stressed out and can't sleep and worrying about my future, and you tell me sunshine? Yeah. And there's some other principles that I'm sharing with you right now. And she began to do it because she didn't have anything else to do. I was the last resort. So she did it, and guess what? It changed everything for her. A month later, her depression started to leave. She started to have more energy. She started to apply these other things. Her relationship started getting better because her quality of energy was better, and she got pregnant and had a baby. And she has 2 now. It's amazing. Okay, Whole Foods. Who knows what Whole Foods is? When I usually ask, okay, what is Whole Foods? He said, oh, it's at one store. Yeah? It's more than just the store. It's the actual food. This is real food that your body can receive real nutrients and produce a high quality energy. Now, Whole Foods is not a whole bag of donuts or a whole bag of chips. It's whole food. This is your nuts, your seeds, your beans, your legumes, your vegetables, your fruits. This is all real food that has real high quality energy for you. Our bodies become toxic, okay? We have environmental toxins, the perfumes and colognes and creams that we put on. Yeah? That's like when you put it on your skin, it's the same as eating it. So it's still going in your body. And then we have emotional toxins, right? And then we have toxins in foods and things like that. So when we're not eating the right nutrients, when we're not having a lot of dark leafy greens, our body becomes vulnerable to those toxins, and it starts to hold, and it begins to create sickness and disease. Movement. Okay, so I changed the word to movement because exercise seems to be a bad word. So it's about moving your body, okay? If you're going for a walk, if you're hiking, if you're, bicycling, if you're playing with your kids outside, it's all about movement. And you got to do something that you like, otherwise you're not going to keep doing it. Okay, this helps your lymphatic system. When you move, it helps your brain to even connect on both hemispheres of the brain. It shoots electricity throughout your body and begins to bring a good quality energy to bring health, passion. Now, have you noticed so far that a lot of our health, our nutrition doesn't come on our plate? Your primary nutrition doesn't come on your plate. This is other things. This is one of them. This is your passion. When you look at the word, check this out, guys. Passion, on. This is very healthy for you, okay? Those things that you do that you come alive when you're doing it, the things that you love to do? When you use those passions to help other people, you are now stepping into purpose. And this is so healthy for you because you're contributing, and you're contributing using the things that you're passionate about. Healthy relationships, and this is like the biggest one. I have clients they have broken relationships and fractured souls. And I can give them all the broccoli and spinach that I want, it's not going to help them. Right? Healthy relationships is super important for your health. When we have toxic relationships, broken things, and we're fighting, and there's not a love and acceptance, this really kills your high quality energy. And when your high quality energy goes down, your production and the efficiency of what you're producing also goes down. You can't live your best life. What's going to help you? Let me close it with this. What's going to help you to have better relationships? The main ingredient is connection. In order to connect, you have to be able to communicate. You have to have your body language, your word, your tone, your pitch, all in agreement with what you're saying, because communication is a message being sent and received as it was sent. So this means you have to learn how to listen, how to make the other person feel understood, how to love them how they would want to be loved, not how you would want to be loved. This is healthy relationships. I have whole courses on this stuff, but this is powerful things because, again, our whole life is based around relationships. So if you want to raise the quality of your life, you have to raise the quality of your relationships, right? Yes? So when you do these, a lot of times people are like, well, what about sleep? Sleep is a gift. You live those other 7 principles, you will sleep amazing. So these are the 7 pillars to be able to live your best life. So thank you guys. I'm Richard Martinez with Rise Programs. And these are 7 ways to boost your energy so that you can live your best life. Thank you.